Greetings, my friends. Today I welcome you to the first episode of Let's Play Mario Tennis Aces. Who am I, you ask? Am I that mysterious, mythological, munificent, magnanimous, majestic, meritorious, mannerly, mactastic individual who calls himself Macman? I'm not sure. Perhaps I am, perhaps I am not. Am I Macman? In any case, today I am super excited to be starting the first episode of this series. I absolutely adore this game. I feel like it's so underappreciated compared to other games on the console or even other entries in the Mario Sports series. There is simply so much nuance, so much technical depth. Even as a veteran player who has invested hundreds of hours of gameplay into this title and has managed to reach top 10 players in the US, I still find this game continues to surprise me while remaining fresh and intriguing. So I really just want to showcase how awesome the game can be, to spread the word, and share my enjoyment of it with all of you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a game. Beautiful and sweet. You know what? We better stop with the song reference right there. Not sure where that's gonna go. Anyways, so what we're going to do is a deep dive with every character on every major mode of the game, including standard, simple, and doubles. To start off, we are going to be trying out the main character that I play in this game, which is Yoshi. And of course, we'll be using Yellow Yoshi, because Yellow Yoshi is the best Yoshi. Now, some people don't think Yoshi is that great of an option in this game. There are even those that would call him doo-doo. However, I think Yoshi is a great pick, one of the top 7 or 8 characters for sure in the game, and I'm pretty sure his critics deep down inside would agree with me on this as well. Alright, so here we are waiting for our very first match of the day. Let's see what's gonna happen. Ah, a spike. I used to almost never see spikes on ladder before, but now I see them almost all the time. It's like almost there's a whole society of them out there or something. Oh boy, it's Bad Joe. Bad Joe is actually a really good player. Typically our matches will snowball one way or the other, so we'll see how it goes. Oof. Yeah, nothing I could do about that without trick-shotting to it. Both of us have no meters, so we want to be super delicate here. We want to be as delicate as a cherry. How about that? As a red cherry. Let's go with that. Oof. Yeah, he's already building up meter advantage over me. So we want to push him away from the net to make sure he doesn't use his meter advantage to, like, make us burn all of our meter. This is bad. No, I should not have gone for that. That was such a bad idea. Yeah, when you have no meter, you should not be trick-shotting on it because you're basically gifting your opponent free meter. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. Wow, okay, somehow that got by. Somehow we're tied for number of points, even though he has such a huge meter lead over me right now. Oof. Okay, we're making better reads now. I'm starting to understand his playstyle a little bit better. Okay, so now we're at an energy level where we can actually survive in the game. Oof, big oof. Yeah, that was a weird lunge. I thought for sure that would have been hit back in bounds. Yeah, in my opinion, Bad Joe is really one of the all-time greats at this game. Like, he belongs with the original pantheon of, like, great players who have always been really good at this game since day one. So yeah, massive respect for the guy. Nice lob there, counter lob. Oh boy, triple lob. Ah, he did not expect the quadruple lob though. No one ever expects a quadruple lob. Because who would do such a thing, besides me? Alright, let's go guys. We took the first game, nicely done. Somehow we overcame the one-sided nature of those first few points. But yeah, you never know what'll happen in the second game, guys. You never know. Some pretty crazy stuff can happen. Take my word for it. I don't want to go into detail, but yeah, just trust me. Crazy stuff can happen. Okay. Okay, he almost gained meter off of that. Yoshi's lobs are super weak, I think. So, like, it's very easy for the opponent to gain meter off of it. Alright, this is good, guys. This is actually progress. I think if we prevent him from getting any meter, we should be able to seal this up. That might be very hard, though. We'll see. I knew he was going for that angle. Oh, wow. Wow. Man, that shot was so sick. I feel like I need some ibuprofen after that. Woo! Oh man, he wasn't ready. I don't think he was ready, guys. Let's give him a few seconds. Maybe send him a slow serve to make sure he's ready. Aw man, that's unfortunate. Well, good game, Badjo. Good game. You are an excellent player, and I feel like I only won because I got some very lucky reads on you. Anyways, maybe he had to step away the last couple of points for the pizza delivery guy or something. I'm not sure. I'll have you know that's not an unlikely scenario, guys. Like, that may or may not have happened to me in the past more than a couple of times before. Like, it'll be a super intense match. Me and my opponent are at a tiebreaker, where all the momentum is in my direction, and I'm actually winning the match. And all of a sudden, the doorbell rings, and it's a pizza delivery guy. And he's like, dude, your pizza's here. And I'm like, can you wait 5 minutes? And he's like, sorry, bub, I can't do that unless you don't want me to deliver the pizza. So I'm like, fine. So I have to put down the controller, open the door, make sure to pay the right amount of money, and also to give him an appropriately sized tip. All the while, he's telling me about how much traffic there was, and how he went out of his way to make sure the kitchen followed my specific instructions and how I wanted the pizza prepared. And then he has to look for all those little packets of Parmesan cheese and red pepper flakes that are somewhere inside that pizza bag, but he can't find them. And eventually, after everything is said and done, I come back and the game is over, and I've lost like 48 points, and I've dropped like 2 or 3 positions on the leaderboard. Moral of the story, kids. Don't order pizza before a game. Wait for the pizza to arrive, and then play the game. Or better yet, wait for the pizza to arrive, eat the pizza while it's hot, and then play the game. Unless you're one of those people who happens to like cold pizza, but I don't like that. I feel like you have to eat a pizza while it's hot. Like, that's how a pizza was meant to be eaten. But anyways, different shirts for different votes. Alright, so now we are facing Dan. I don't believe I've had the honor of facing this Luigi before. Okay, nice top spin, followed by a drop shot. Got that though. Okay, we're building up a nice amount of meter here. Okay, we're at full meter. This game is going much smoother than the previous one in terms of the first few points at least.
Change court.
I'm surprised I didn't connect. Maybe he didn't input the trid shot in time or something. Okay. And a nice angle there. Another great angle over there. And I wasn't sure if that was out of bounds or not, so I went for it. Oh. Oh no. There we go. I feel really bad now. I'm sorry, Dan. You could have stayed, but you wouldn't give me a chance. So you're not around, it's gonna be more than I can stand. Why did you have to go? You could have let me know. So now I'm all alone. Okay, you know what? Enough with the song references. I think that's plenty for one video. But yeah, Dan just cut his losses early, which is totally understandable. I was snowballing the guy, didn't really give him a chance to play seriously against me, so I think it makes total sense. Anyways, we're going to re-queue and ladder and see who we can find next. Anyways, so while we wait here in queue, I thought it would be interesting to think about how this game has really evolved a lot since its release back in June of 2018. So back then, when it was first launched, the game was super imbalanced because there were several characters that were super overpowered, like Bowser Jr. and Waluigi. The game meta itself was very easily abusable, where people could just front trick and back trick endlessly to build up huge amounts of meter and use that to special spam their opponents. Since that time, however, Camelot has been releasing a set of regular patches every month, and each one of these patches has made the game much more balanced. So right now, we're at a state where there isn't really a single character that's like more OP than anyone else, and there really isn't like one strategy that can be used to dominate the meta. Like the meta is much more strategic than it ever used to be before, in my opinion. So if you're someone who has maybe stopped playing the game because of how unbalanced it used to be when it launched, now is a great time to pick the game back up and try it out, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by what you find. Now, a natural consequence of this, however, is that because the meta is always constantly changing, because the game is always continually evolving, there aren't really any up-to-date resources or guides on how to best play this game out there. All the guides that currently exist are geared towards version 1 of the game, and since then a lot of things have changed, so most of those guides are invalid right now. Because of this, I would like to release in the future a set of tutorial videos geared separately towards beginner, intermediate, and expert levels that go deep into the gameplay mechanics and fundamentals, and my hope is that people can use these videos to improve the way they play the game. At some point, I will also release in-depth character guides on how to best play each character, as well as like discussions on tier lists and all that good stuff. So definitely keep a big eye out for those things in the future. Aha, another Yoshi. I always enjoy seeing other Yoshis on ladder. It makes me really happy to see that other people are using my favorite character in this game too. And the matches tend to be pretty fun, like Yoshi is a very fast character. The matches to be kind of volatile, like suddenly one opponent can build up a lot of meter and the other one will suddenly lose a lot of meter, so always interesting to see how these matches will turn out. There we go. So we are playing Wade Lee, and that name sounds incredibly familiar to me. I'm fairly certain I have faced this opponent before, but I don't believe he was playing Yoshi at the time. Right, there we go. Okay, we've basically drained him of his meter, so is this good? Oh, he actually went for that. Wow. That's a prime example of why you don't want to trick shot when you have no meter, because I just got a huge bar of energy from that giant lob that he just returned because he trick shotted with no meter. Okay, nice, so we took the game. There I thought, or I knew actually, that he was going to trick shot in the other direction, so I aimed the ball right at him. So unfortunately for our opponent, he doesn't really have any meter, so he doesn't have any Wade a way back into the match, a way back into the game right now, because he has no meter to work with, and in standard mode, meter is your lifeblood. Without it, you can't really provide any type of defense or even any type of offense, because you can't HUD the net or like use meter to go back and catch the following lob. So in standard mode, it's all about how do you preserve your own meter as much as possible while depleting your opponent's meter as fast as possible. Anyways, good game, Wade Lee, good game. I do sense the makings of a great player based on the way he's playing and by looking at his positioning and so on, so I think with some practice he could definitely become a force to be reckoned with. So I look forward to seeing what he evolves into. I'm talking about players like their Pokemon or something like, let's see what Wade Lee evolves into next. Oh look, Wade Lee is evolving into Swimly or something, because you know, first you wade in the water, then you swim, and you guys know what I'm talking about. At least hopefully you do. Because if not, where have you been all this time? Come to think of it, where have I been all this time? I'd rather not answer that. Anyways, so we are facing a Boo. Yeah, a Boo. A Boo called Cody. Yeah, I have definitely played Cody many times before. So the Boo Yoshi matchup is actually a pretty interesting one, and it's actually one that can kind of make Yoshi sweat a bit. So it turns out that Yoshi has one of the shortest reaches in the game. Like, I think it's like the third shortest reach after Shy Guy and Blooper, I'm tempted to say. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, yeah, this is kind of where it comes back to haunt... to haunt him. Pun not intended, or pun intended. Well, maybe not intended, because I didn't really realize it was a pun until after I said it. But now that I said it, I kind of realize I do actually mean it now. So maybe it is pun intended. Alright, so maybe pun intended. Okay, yeah, I completely forgot what I was trying to say originally. Where was I? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, this matchup. So, this matchup could be kind of bad for Yoshi if you're playing against a very good and unpredictable Boo, because Boo has these slices that can basically curve around majority of the court, and because Yoshi has already such a bad reach, then he's basically forced to make 50-50 guesses as to where the ball could go, and trick shot to the other side if he doesn't guess correctly. And in the process, of course, he'll use up a bunch of meter, and so the opposing Boo can definitely chip away at Yoshi's meter pretty easily if they play super unpredictably. But yeah, here it really hasn't been a problem because the opposing Boo hasn't really been doing a ton of mix-ups, and actually he's been doing a lot of flats, so it's worked out okay for me. But yeah, actually more generally, Boo is considered to be one of the worst characters in the game at the moment. Like, he's been nerfed beyond belief since his original release, and now he's basically at a state where he's not viable competitively or in top tier environments. So mad props to you if you are actually using Boo and you're like an A-ranked player or you play in tournaments and so forth. But anyways, yeah, this match is going okay. We're kind of in a little bit of the autopilot mode here. Woo! Mighty fast topspin there. Alright, so that brings us very quickly to match point. So one question for you guys. So suppose you're at match point, and you've basically have won all the previous points in the game, you have full meter and your opponent has very little meter. Do you consider it rude to special at the last point? See, in my opinion, I think that it's not really rude at all, and it's just a way of playing it safe, of being cautious and guaranteeing that you have the point. But I do know that some people also may think it's a sign of disrespect. But yeah, if you ever see me on ladder and you encounter me and I end up doing something similar to you, don't get upset, don't throw any fits, because I often mean it as a sign of respect to you that, hey, I'm worried that if I don't special, you might end up getting a point or something, so I'm just playing it very super safe. Anyways, it's something to think about. What is this? Another yellow Yoshi? An imposter, I tell you, an imposter! I am the only yellow Yoshi that is allowed to be on ladder, of course. Huh. Hero Boy. Huh. Oh yes, I've played this guy several times before. He's actually a Daisy player. So I'm kind of surprised that he has gone to Yellow Yoshi. Perhaps it is I who have inspired him to make the switch. I'm not sure. Anyways, I will have to have a serious word with Hero about his use of the Yellow Yoshi without my consent. Ah, that is what I call a very special technique of hitting the ball towards the opponent when they're at the corner of the court and after they've lunged, so they think the ball's going away from them and they'll trick shot towards it tech. I'm working on a better name for that. Maybe we should name it after a famous player or something who used that tech a lot, or something, I'm not sure. Okay, we are at game point. So far, so good. Yeah, we just got a great read on him there, which let us build up a full charge lob and let us take the point and the game. Cool. Nice read, nice read. Alright, a nice sharp angle there. Let's go, guys, let's go. Nice drop shot to burn off some energy. Oh wow, he didn't reach that. Yeah, I thought for sure he was gonna reach that because Yoshi's super fast. Like, Yoshi is as fast as an emu. Like, he's crazy fast in this game, so usually it's a bad idea to drop shot speedy characters, but it worked out here. So I can tell by the way that Hero Boy is playing Yoshi that he's definitely not used to Yoshi's reach. Which made sense because he is a Daisy main, and Daisy has one of the more decent ranges in the game, so to transition to Yoshi would definitely present somewhat of a learning curve. Oh wow, I thought he was baiting me, he was daring me to lob him or something. But no, he actually went right up to the net and caught it. Nice. Alright, a nice drop shot should seal the game. Alright, there we go, let's go. Okay, good game, Hero Boy, good game. This guy is actually a beast at doubles. One time, I think we actually got partnered up for doubles if I remember correctly, and we had a really good run, it was super fun. So I'll have to showcase doubles to you guys at some point in some video in the future. Anyways, that was a good game. So far we've had nothing but victories this entire video, which is awesome. But we'll see how long that lasts, because right now, right about this time, is when usually some top 10 player in the world is going to make an appearance and give us a really big run for our money. And will it be this Wario? That is the question. Matt Code. Matt Code. Well, obviously the correct pronunciation is Mac Code, guys. Huh. The nerve of this guy. He is literally an at a distance of only one character away. One character from joining the clan of Mac. But no, he has to leave that C as a T and throw it in my face. Piff. I just lost all respect for this guy. How could you be so close to achieving the spirit of Mac, yet turn your nose at it? Yeesh. Guys, we need more people to join the clan of Mac, to aid me in my cause of finding the true Macman, since I'm still not really sure who that is. Am I Macman? I don't know, we have to solve that mystery together. It's a very simple admission process. Just take your username and put MAC somewhere in them. Beginning, middle, end, doesn't really matter. And then you'll be a member of the clan of Mac for life. Or at least until you remove Mac from your name, then you will be. But Macman, you ask, what if I already have Mac in my username? What if my name is Macaroni, Machete, Time Machine, or any other of the random words in the English dictionary that already happen to have Mac in them? Well, two things. First of all, have you not been paying attention to this video since I've repeatedly said that I may or may not be Macman, so please don't call me that. And second, that's a good question. Let me put some thought to that and I will get back to you since I'm not really sure what the official policy of the Mac clan is in that case. Anyways, apologies for the digression. We are facing a Wario, and we are currently proving that the clan of Mac is superior to that of the Mat. No surprise there. But yeah, Wario is a pretty interesting character. He is formally defined as a power character, but I would consider him to be more of an all-around. Like, his shots aren't super powerful aside from his flat, and he has pretty decent stats in every other category. He has good angles, good reach, a fair top speed, although his acceleration is pretty bad.
Championship point.
But yeah, he's definitely nowhere near as powerful as some of the other power characters like Bowser, or Spike, or PD Piranha. So yeah, if Wario really wants to be a true power character, he definitely needs to hit up the gym to be more like Bowser. Anyways, good game, Matt Code. Good game, Matt Code. I will forgive you for now, but the true forgiveness will come when you change that T to a C. And I'm pretty certain that he would have done a lot better in this game if he had changed his name beforehand. Alright guys, I'm feeling pretty good about the day so far. We've won all of our matches that we played. Oh my gosh. There are only about a handful of daisies out there on ladder, and all of them are terrifying. But there's one in particular that's really worse. Alright, so for you unenlightened few out there who don't know who this is Angie, and Angie is largely considered by many, as well as by myself, to be the greatest player in the world at this game. She really is at another level completely compared to anyone else who's currently playing. Like, every time we get matched up, she always trounces me, like, she destroys me. She is so good. It's really a sight to behold, honestly. Like, even though I'm being destroyed, it's really something beautiful. And, anyways, you should not have high expectations for how this match is going to go. Like, I will be happy if I can score at least 1 point against her. Like, 1 point, and I don't really care who wins the match after that. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna be quiet for a second here so I can kind of concentrate on exactly what's happening. So you'll have to pardon me if I seem a bit mute. Oof. Wow, that was beautiful. Beautiful use of his own shot there. Whoa, that got by. That got by, guys. Hey, we did it. We got a point. I'm happy now. I don't really care exactly what happens after this.
40-15.
Okay, so maybe I care a little bit. How was that a lunge? I should have L-canceled that. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm making so many bad reads. That's the thing about her, is that her playstyle is so creative and she's so unpredictable. I mean, look how beautiful that was. She sent me a full chart slice and immediately went for that zone shot, and I couldn't do anything about it. So nicely done. Hello, Angie. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's been a long time since we faced each other last. Like, we usually did match up all the time, but now we actually haven't played each other at all recently. It's like our schedule has been kind of, like, off sync or something. Oh, that's such a bad lunge.
15.
Okay, we got some nice meter off of that. Oh, wow. Okay, that's weird. I thought for sure that Batred would have connected or something, but, hey, I'm not complaining. We got another point, so we are making progress, guys. This is progress. Ah, yes. There's that fancy technique I was telling you about in the earlier part of the video. Yeah, we really need to find a way to drain her meter. There we go. Will it be enough? No. Okay. Not even the net can save us from Angie. Nice read. Man, she's always able to get so much energy from backtracking those lobs. Granted, she does have to spend a bit of it when she has to go... Whoa! Whoa, guys, look at that! Hey, we could actually take this to a tiebreaker. Let's go. That would be so awesome if that happened. Granted, it has actually happened a couple of times in my previous matches with her, but I don't know if it was against her Daisy. I think it was against one of the other lower tier characters that she sometimes plays. But her Daisy is definitely one of her best characters, so if I could do that, I would consider that the true accomplishment of the day. Nice, beautiful L cancel there. Like, typically that single tap slice would have caused many people to lunge, but she immediately L canceled and was able to reposition herself in time. Woo! I cannot believe it. We are in Tiebreaker. This is awesome. Okay, I'm happy now. You know, at this point, I don't really care what happens after this. I'm just happy we brought her to Tiebreaker. All in a day's work, guys. All in a day's work. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to trick shot, but for whatever reason, the lag ate up my input or something. That was kind of weird. Oh man, right there, I was trying to convert my charge slice to a charge topspin, but switching from B to A on the controller actually gives you a drop shot, so I didn't counter that shot properly, and I ended up being stunned by the full charge slice. I really wish there was an option to change that so you don't have to drop by changing from B to A. Like, that would make countering shots so much easier. Oh man, that net pressure. But that's the problem though, when I tried to deal with the net pressure by lobbing her, she's able to... Oh gosh. Okay, we got energy from that. She's able to get meter by actually backtracking to our lobs. She really needs to show me how she does that. Because typically whenever I try to do that, I usually end up like misstaging how strong or how fully charged the lob is. And as a result, I'll end up like either not getting meter for it or just like missing the lob completely. So it's definitely a technique that I want to really figure out how to work because very few people seem to actually do it on ladder, and it seems like it'd be tremendously useful. Oh man, I need to stop hitting it at her. I think those previous couple of times she actually trick-shotted away from it were kind of flutes, and I don't think she's gonna make the same mistake again, so yeah, I need to make a note to self here. Oh man, this is it. She is really putting the pressure on. I can't believe that just a few seconds ago, I swear I had close to full meter. How did I get in this position? Man. Well, I think that's it. I don't think we're getting any more points out of this game, guys. It's going to be very hard to return from this meter disadvantage. Whoa, okay. I don't know what happened there, but I don't think I deserve that point. That looked like it was lag that ate up her input or something. Okay, I don't know what happened there either. Let's just say I am apologizing for the lag on the previous point. Yeah, that's what it was. We'll go with that explanation. Okay, nice lob. Oh, wow. Okay, she is specialing, so we'll see what we can do. Whew, nice. Okay, we trip lob that, so we have some energy to work with. but we lost the point. Alright. Yeah, that generally happens pretty often with me. Like, I will trip block, and I'll be so happy I got the trip block, then I'll completely forget about how to play the rest of the rally, and so I'll end up losing the point. Yeah, can lose focus after a special. Speaking of losing focus, I think, guys, I'm growing a bit complacent after getting her to a tiebreaker. And I also think that she's no longer going easy on us, she's going full hardcore Angie right now, so... In any case, I still love our matches, even though they may be one-sided at times. Wow, how did I lunge for that? I looked like I was very much in reach for that shot. Alright, match point, guys. You are about to see the ultimate comeback of the century. but it's not happening now. Never mind. Alright guys, this is it. Let's just front trick. Front trick like there's no tomorrow. Or back trick as the case may be. We can do it, guys. Oh, come on. You and I both know that was a perfectly timed trick plot. It had to be. Whoa, that was a great mix up there at the end. She knew I was going to back trick. Anyways, guys, we got 6 points out of that. That is pretty good. Anyways, great game, Angie. Once again, I love playing against you, and I hope at some point maybe we can even do some some friendlies. I would love to practice and, you know, to also just have some fun, so let me know if you're down for that, if you're watching this video. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is play just one more match. I kind of want to end the day on a good note, although I do consider that last match to be a moral victory for us because we scored 6 points against her, guys, and we didn't lose any elo in the process. Thus, the Cult of Mac is quite satisfied with the outcome of that match. So, while we're waiting for another game, I'm sure there's at least one guy out there who's like, "Hey Batman, why do you like Yoshi so much? Why do you always choose him as your main character in this game?" Well, first of all, I've warned you repeatedly, dude, please don't call me Macman, because we don't really know who that is. Am I Macman? I'm not sure, but don't call me that because it's getting mighty frustrating having to clear that up all the time. But anyways, Yoshi is a character that I really like, and I've always liked the character ever since I was a young boy playing the original Mario Party on the N64 or Mario Kart 64. And pretty much every game since then, if Yoshi was a playable character, I would choose him, and that's the way things have worked. All the way until now. And a fun fact is that when this game was first released, back in the demo days of early June 2018, I tried picking up Yoshi, and I found that I was quite literal doo-doo with the character because I did not really understand enough of the gameplay mechanics or the fundamentals to really make him work, and Yoshi is definitely a character that requires some knowledge of that in order to do well in the game. So, as a result, I ended up shifting away from the character, trying out other characters like Bowser and Peach and so on, and only eventually after I got better at the game, after, you know, a couple of 100 hours of gameplay into the title, that I actually picked up Yoshi again back in November, I think it was, of 2018, and I found that I was so much better with the character, and in fact, my playstyle was perfectly suited for Yoshi, and ever since then, I've been playing only Yoshi, so I think it's kind of serendipitous that the character that I like the best in the series is also the one that I am best with in the game now. And so that's my story with Yoshi, and that's why I pretty much play exclusively him, but certainly, in later episodes of the series, we are going to be trying out pretty much every character and seeing what they have to offer, and how good we can get with them. Oh boy, it's a Peach. Guys, this could go in one of two ways. Like, there are some really good Peach players out there that can really make life difficult for us. All I want to do is just win one more match. One more match before the day is over. Ian. I don't know if I have played Ian before, but the name does sound incredibly familiar to me. That seems to be the trend with a lot of the players I am facing nowadays. A lot of people that I think I may have heard of, but I'm not 100% sure about. Okay, there we go. Woo! There we go, guys. We got the point. Let's go. Okay, nice read by Ian there. Alright, so there I decided to actually go ahead and special, but I probably shouldn't have. I probably could have taken the point without it, honestly. And there you saw I aimed it at him, so for the viewers who may not be understanding why I did that, it turns out there's a technique called trick blocking, and at some point later I'll go into more detail what that means, but basically it entails using a trick shot to block a special, and it requires like super precise timing, but if you're able to do it, you gain a whole bunch of meter off of it. And so very often in competitive gameplay, a lot of the top players are able to do this, and you want to prevent them from gaining meter, so you often will aim the ball at them so they'll trick shot away from it. Yeah, a match against Peach can be kind of really intense. It's mainly because Peach is such a good character. Like, she's definitely one of the top 5 characters in the game for sure, competitively. And that's because she doesn't really have any major weaknesses to speak of. Like, she has great reach, great acceleration, insane angles, just insane. Like, she's able to go up to the net and, like, apply an incredible amount of net pressure and prevent you from gaining meter. So, it can really be an intense match against a good Peach player. Okay, I respect that. He did a slow serve there so he could properly react to my return serve. However, on the flip side of that, he also lost all chance of getting a nice serve, which would have given him meter and perhaps put him back into the game. So, definitely is a double-edged sword there. Alright, GG Ian. That was actually a pretty swell game. Nicely done. He's a really good player. Let's see how much rating we go off of that. 15. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive because normally at this ranking we almost never get more than like a handful of elo every match. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. Alright guys, there you have it. That concludes the first episode of Mario Tennis Aces. We played several matches with Yoshi. We lost only one match, which was to one of the best players in the world, and even then we got several points off of her, so we are quite happy in that front. And in the process, we have actually gained a fair amount of rating. We have still not resolved whether or not I am Macman. That's a pretty difficult question to answer, and I imagine it'll take a bit of time to figure it out. And I hope you'll stick with me until then. In the meantime, keep a big eye out for my name on Ladder. If you see me, there is a good chance that you'll be featured in one of my videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please do be sure to like, subscribe, and share with others because once again, I just want to spread the word about how cool this game is. Until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, please Absolution, and take care.